2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Now, who are the we, according to his promise? It's the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect, according to the Spirit. But says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, which is a refreshed earth, a perfect earth, a clean earth, an earth that's in order, going into the Lord's Prayer on earth as it is in heaven. So that's what we hope in, which is really the only hope. But it says, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And what's the righteousness? The laws, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. So there's going to be a new rulership. And not only new, but everything's going to be perfect, man. No more wickedness.
My computer's acting all slow again, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get into the lesson. I ain't got a lot of time. I might even have to do a part 2. So shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. When God praises to Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone led me to this truth. Been ordained by the Lord, teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord willing, is be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter verse 9. It is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5 verse 42. Whoever comes in on the combo, Yahawashi, Barak, Atham, all y'all out there, and I had some things I got to take care of. I had to take care of today, so I'm not doing it as early as I normally do. So I might have to do a part 2. So I got to be at the plantation, in about an hour or so. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is China preparing for war with U.S. Fissures, giant fissures in the U.S., like giant holes in the U.S. is starting to form. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna also talk about the CIA. They paid off the analysts concerning the whole juice box pandemic. Okay, we're gonna go in a little bit into that. And we're going to go on some other various infant topics. Lord willing, I'll be able to deal with it all. But if not, I'm going to come back when I get out of the plantation, Lord willing, make it there and back. And I'll be able to do the part 2. So Lord willing is edifying to the flock. So let's get over here and start with this. It says, China preparing for war with U.S. Air Force Secretary says, right? Just going to read a little bit on this. It says Air Force Secretary Fred Kendall Monday warned that China is building up. Let me pause this because it's going to be, all slow right now. The video is going slow. Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall on Monday warned that China was building up its military to prepare for a potential war with the U.S. And he said, America, Babylon, it is Babylon the Great, but that's what we call this place because that's what it is, must optimize its forces to counter the rising threat. Okay, so speaking at the Air Force and Space Forces Association Warfighter Symposium at National Harbor MD, medical director, I think that's what that is, Kendall, said the U.S. or military, something, I don't know what that is. Kendall said the U.S. must be ready for a kind of war we have no modern experience with. Though he stressed the war is not inevitable, but it is inevitable because that's what the Lord's doing. Okay? But we're showing that they're starting to let it be known. If it wasn't inevitable, then why are they preparing for war? Okay, but the scriptures claim that they're preparing for war. How do you know they're preparing for war? You go over here, and it's hard. This, because computer's going slow. It might go a little faster if I take off a couple. Yeah. So China military begins to show force in the Pacific after U.S. moves. Okay. Their moves in Taiwan. Okay. So they're showing their military force. It's about to go down. So China has announced it's unilaterally forging greater ties with Taiwan on the same day its military enveloped the island in Navy and Air Force drills, basically preparing to attack it. Okay, and one expert told Newsweek when he expects the escalation between the two. Taiwan's defense ministry said on Wednesday morning that more than 20 Chinese military U.S. or 20 Chinese military planes had been seen in its air zone. Okay, the jets include 10 J-10 fighters, flew into the island's southwestern corner and carried out drills with Shandong, a People's Liberation Army Navy aircraft carrier, the ministry added. So we know that they gearing up for this war, right? So we're gonna put precepts, just to show that it's continuing on, and then we're gonna move into some other things. This is the Lord putting these precepts that we've been waiting to come to pass. They're actually coming to pass, and they're being fulfilled. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. And it reads, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles," talking about the heathen nations, "prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." And they're coming up, they're coming for this big battle that this guy says that is not inevitable. But us over here, who believers in Great Millstone and the men in Great Millstone, the elders and apostles, we all know that it's going to happen. "Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." Right? That's what they doing. "Assemble yourselves, and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Yahawashi." That's how you really say that. It says Jehoshaphat, but it's really how you say that in the Hebrew. It's Yahawashi, which means the land. Basically, Yahawah has judged. That's what it means. That's where the Lord is going to judge these heathen. "For there I will sit to judge all the heathen round about." Okay, and they're going to go battle for a land that's not theirs. So we're going to go ahead and go into, this is something that I haven't dealt with before, but I want to deal with it. This is Wisdom of Solomon, and we're going to start at chapter 14. And we're going to go to verse 1. And basically this chapter basically talks about how it compares the Noah's Ark, okay, to these wooden idols that these other nations worship and false idols that they worship, okay, and how they're not going to last. So I want to just read a little bit of this because, this is kind of how this kind of compares to what these nations are doing. They're relying on their military power. They're relying on, physical means and false gods. Because, China has their own god, Buddha, whatnot. America Babylon the Great has their God, false image of Yahawashi, which is Jesus Christ, and they're all betting that theirs is the right one. But we all know that they're all false. They even know they're false. But they're doing that to deceive the elect. So but they can't. So Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 verse 1, again, one preparing himself to sail and about to pass through the raging waves calleth upon a piece of wood more rotten than the vessel that carrieth him, right? So, and when I want to compare it to the ark, it's because right now this truth is our spiritual ark, okay? And this is what's going to make sure that we make it, okay? This is what this truth is what's going to make sure we make it and make it to the kingdom, man. We will go through some rough times and will be some tough times, just like it was on the ark. He went 40 days and 40 nights, and the waves was splashing it around. But in the end, that ark held through, and this is a spiritual ark now, right? And not everybody can get on this ship, okay? Only the ones that the Lord wants to get on, okay? So for verily, desire of gain devised that the workman built it by his skill, but thy providence, O Father, governeth it. For thou hast made a way in the sea, and a life and a safe path in the waves, right? Showing that thou camest to save from all danger. Yea, though a man went to sea without ark. Okay, we're gonna break this all down in a second. I want to just read to 11. We're gonna go read in the Good News translation so you can get a better understanding. Nevertheless, thou shouldest not that the works of thy wisdom should be idle, and therefore do men commit their lives to a small piece of wood, and passing the rough sea in a weak vessel are saved. Right? For in the old time also, when the proud giants perished, and that's really talking about not like actual giants. Those were just the ones who were ruling the earth at the time. All those wicked people. The hope of the world governed by thy hand escaped in a weak vessel, and left all ages a seed of generation. That's what happened, right? Verse 7, for blessed is the wood whereby righteousness cometh. It's talking about that ark, the difference between the things that they worship and the things that we worship. Verse 8, but that which is made with hands is cursed. That's why the Lord said he don't deal in the temple made with hands, right? As well it as he that made it. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called God, but that's a lowercase God, so it's like a false God we're just talking about. For the ungodly and the ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High, which is Yahawah, right? Showing another thing, he hate the wicked. Verse 10, for that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it, right? And that's where it falls back to if his children, talking so-called white man, it'll be for the slaughter, okay? It's prepared for the slaughter. Now I want to go over here and I want to read it in the GNT, the Good News translation, because it breaks it down a little better, and it's a good understanding spiritually to know that we're in the right boat, okay? Because these people are in a different boat. They're in a boat of thinking that they're going to prevail with their false gods and their false images and their false idols and their false beliefs, that they're the most powerful ones on the earth. All the nations, they think that they come together, they can do something better than the Most High, but we know they can't. So we go back to 14 in the GNT, Good News translation. It says, wooden idols compared with Noah's wooden boat. See? So it says, in the same way, a man's getting ready to sail on a raging sea will call for help from a piece of wood that is not strong as the ship he is about to board. See? And that's their false truth, man. And all them other doctrines, man. They come into a point to where they trying to get on something that's not going to last through that tribulation. Okay? Through this trouble coming. Someone designed the ship out of a desire for profit. And see, that's what a lot of these false prophets and false teachers do too. Okay? They build a false doctrine, a false ark. Okay? A false spiritual protection, because this truth is our ark, our spiritual ark. So, right? And craftsmen built it with skill, but is your care, O Father, that steers it. You gave it a safe path through the waves of the sea. So even though we using the same wood they might be using, the Lord is guiding that okay, this truth to be able to make sure it goes through. Okay, we're using the same elements. We get on the internet. We got to use whatever we use to survive and whatnot. But our faith is what guides us. Okay, what they can't see. Okay, even though we might use the same things that they got to use when it comes to the world, we still got to go to work. We still got to do stuff. But we're built off faith. So he's going to make sure that we have a safe path through the ways of the sea. So people may go to sea even if they have no skill, because you can save them from any danger. It is your will that the things you have made by your wisdom should be put to use. Right? Talking about the Lord. And so people can cross the sea in the boat and come safely to land because they trust their lives to that small piece of wood. Right? Okay? And that's what we do. We trust our lives to this ark. This is how it was in the ancient times when a proud race of giants was dying away. We're talking about the rulers at the time. You know, we know Cain was all over the earth doing wickedness. The hope of the world is safe on this boat under your guidance. See, so even though we might have these materials, we still need guidance to be able to make it through this war that's coming, man, and this tribulation. And left the world a new generation to carry on the human race. You know, when he had the three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. They came back and they started the human race again with Noah, okay? And he had his wife. So a blessing was on Noah's wooden boat that allowed righteousness to survive. See, so that it was a blessing, man. We can't make it without this blessing, without this truth. But a curse is on the idol made by human hands. So even though let's say they go try to make a boat, or they try to make some way to survive, just like it showed Esau, Edom, they go to the bunkers and stuff. It's cursed. A curse is also on the one who makes it, because he works on this perishable thing, then calls it a god, and that's what they do. Ungodly people and these ungodly things they make are equally hated by the Most High, who will punish both the things made by the people, both the things made and the people who made them. And so the Most High's judgment will fall on pagan idols, because even though they are made from something the Most High created, they became horrible things that trap the souls of foolish people, man. That's a good breakdown of that. You know, I really like that, so I wanted to come bring it across. You know, so this is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 26. And it reads, while as yet he had not made the earth nor the fields. Hold on. 8:36. Salakia. 8:36. Okay, and it reads, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. And that's how these nations are. They love death. Okay, that's why they have all the weapons and they're preparing for war. That's how we know it's inevitable, because they love death, man. You think they're gonna have all these weapons and they're not gonna go to war? That's just foolishness to think that these people are not finna come to battle, man. Psalm chapter 127, verse 1. A song decrees for Solomon, except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain. See, that build it. So, and what did it say? Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24, verse 20. Man's goings are of the Lord. So if the Lord isn't controlling those men to build that spiritual ark or build that foundation, then it's in vain. So all we can trust in is the prophets, man. That Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi sent them, and we got to follow what they tell us to do. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. So you got a lot of people waking up and talking about war coming, but if it ain't built by the Most High, it don't matter. It don't matter if it's not a warning coming from the Most High. He's only going to choose certain men to deliver that warning. He's not going to choose all the men on the earth to do that. So you do got some people maybe saying, oh, there's going to be World War III. We've been talking about that since 2001. But the Lord ain't send those men. Why? Because they not teaching 100% truth. So just because somebody's sending a warning doesn't mean the Lord's dealing with them. It's got to be the whole truth. So 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 1. Because now you got these churches talking about, oh yeah, hard times is coming, trying to mix it up with their little bullshit ass, false pagan idols, man. Trying to mix it up. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel which I preach unto you, which also ye have received, and wherein ye stand. Right? We standing in this truth right now, because we can see what's going on. Verse 2, by which also ye are saved, if ye keep in memory what I preached unto you, unless ye have believed in vain. That's why we do these things in repetition. We always double check ourselves. We always dealing with the word on a daily basis, because that's how we keeping that stuff in memory. Okay? And the Lord put the Spirit on me. He wanted me to, my next camp is going to be dealing with that, because basically, belief basically is the beginning of expectation. Okay? When you build your belief and your truth in the Most High and Yahawashi, your expectation grows. Okay? And expectation, okay, or belief starts with what? Preparation. We're preparing to have that expectation that we're going to be saved, which is through doing this work, man. This is Luke chapter 17, verse 1. I'm going to do a whole camp on it, Lord willing, next camp. So Luke chapter 17, verse 1, and then it said, then he said unto the disciples, it is impossible, but that offenses will come. So this is why we're preparing, because we know that offenses are going to come towards the believers of the Lord. But woe unto him, though through whom they come. And who are they going to come through? Through these militaries, man, because it said they will be madmen sparing none. It's going to come through these various militaries, especially America, Babylon the Great, Esau eating the so-called white man. Just like it said in Revelations 12, verse 12, he's going to come down with great wrath. Okay, so that's what we're preparing ourselves for as we going down this road, man, this straight gate. So it's this is right here. It says something we've called giant fissures are open up in the U.S. So you can see that giant holes are opening up in the U.S. It says they appeared in Utah, California, and Texas. Okay, some across in South Central Arizona as well. Okay, so man, Salakia, man, Jake, man, Esau, man, you motherfucker, some weird shit. Okay, so also to show right here, there is a big, gigantic hole, massive hole in San Francisco too. Okay, now Lord willing, they'll let me play it. I'm gonna go over here and try to play it over here. But see, yeah, there it is. You don't even really gotta have too much of it, but you can see it.
Underground.
See,
that eroded the dirt.
Just straight sinkholes, man.
That's what you get, a sinkhole. This is at the intersection of Union and Fillmore
See,
Streets.
just this foundation of this place is being destroyed. Okay, the place is being destroyed, man. Lord's jacking this place up. Now we're gonna go and deal with it, because it's what the Lord said He was gonna do. We're gonna look it up in the Apocrypha. I'm going to pull a couple scriptures in the Old Testament. So Second Esdras, because I like to sometimes tie in the Apocrypha with the scriptures, so you can see that they're connected. Okay, all throughout the scriptures, these things were talked about from various different prophets that the Lord was dealing with. Okay, because the Lord built all their foundations, so they're all built on the same understanding. Okay, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. Right? They have one consent under one language. That's that ancient Hebrew. So 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 15, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. See? His wrath. It's going to consume the whole earth. And we're going to see these kind of things going in many different ways. Just the sinkholes is just one of them. So the Deuteronomy, get going pretty soon. Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 22. I'm gonna try to get to the one about the CIA. I'm gonna do that one, and then I might have to make a little small part 2 on the last stuff. But I definitely want to deal with that stuff the CIA was talking about. So Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 22. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell. Talking about the foundations of the earth, which is the grave, and shall consume the earth with her increase and set fire the foundations of the mountains. And the mountains is really talking about the nations. Okay? That's what's coming, man. He's going to consume these people, but it's going to start with their infrastructure. It's going to start with their economy. And what are we seeing? Inflation. We're seeing all types of things. And we're seeing the Lord also flood the shit out of everything. Okay? He's flooding the hell out of everything because those glaciers are melting on a tremendous rate because of the wrath of the Lord, man. He's sending this intense heat on the earth, man. He's angry. So Psalms chapter 82 verse 5, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. Who's doing that? 2/3 of our people. They still coming out here thinking that this place is going to last. And then the other 17 nations, that's what they're born to do, to walk in darkness. That's their job, right? To deceive 2/3. That's the only purpose, is to deceive 2/3. They have no other purpose. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. And that's why he's burning the foundations of the earth. Okay? Because they out of course, man. Okay? Everything's getting built built incorrectly. You know, like when you look at it, like, these Edomites, so-called white men, they came from the caves, man. There's rocks everywhere. They moved all damn rocks. They moved all the motherfucking rocks. They cut all the damn trees down. Everything's out of place, man. Okay? That's not how the Lord wanted the earth to look like, man. Okay? So we're going to try to deal with this, and then I got to get out of here. Okay? So it says, CIA tried to pay off analysts to bury findings that the juice box lab leak was likely. Okay? So this is some stuff that they starting to come out, and, it says they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. Okay? Esau, Edom, they starting to snitch on each other, man. And they also was doing this bribes, man. That's why we're not supposed to take bribes and stuff like that, because that stuff destroy your understanding. Okay? So I just want to read a little bit. Looks like it's 54 seconds. Let's see if it'll say something. See if it'll work. The video's been real slow lately. Esau Edom not liking the work being done. Oh, it ain't nobody talking. So it says the Central Intelligence Agency offered to pay off analysts in order to bury findings that the juice box pandemic most likely leaked from a lab in Wuhan, China, right? New whistleblower testimony Congress alleges. So basically what happened is something else happened. Basically, they're trying to say it came from there, and it's not. So it says, according to the whistleblower, at the end of its review, six members of the team believed the intelligence and science were sufficient to make a low confidence assessment that the COVID-19 or the juice box generator originated from a laboratory in Wuhan, China, the House panel chairman wrote. Okay, but they're trying to say that's going off, basically. So the 7 men for the team who also appeared to be the most senior was a lone officer to believe that it originated through zoonosis. What is that? What is zoonosis? Okay, so they're basically saying that they covered it up, okay? But that's what Esau Edom does. He covers stuff up. Okay, so let's go with this word zoonosis. What is that? So they're trying to say it's a disease which can be transmitted to... Zoonosis. A disease which can be transmitted to humans from animals, okay? So that's what they're trying to say, okay? But when it comes down to it, if they trying to say now that it's that, more than likely, it's from something else, okay? Because this has been going on for years. So they're trying to cover it up something else. Something else they did so people would take this damn juice box and be dropping dead all over the place, okay? But I don't want to read too much of it because I got to go soon. But I also want to read this brother, Shalom, Yahawashi, Barak, Shalom. And Barak and everybody on the comment board, the water for tuning in. This is Shalak, hard righteousness is a must. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay, so these things is happening, man. Right? Right? Hebrews chapter 12 verse 29. For our power is a consuming fire. Okay, and he's burning the foundations of the earth up. So I'm just gonna read these precepts, and then I gotta get going. I got an hour ride, and I gotta get to the plantation. So lucky I gotta make a part 2, but the part 2 is just gonna deal with a couple other topics that I got, and then that'll be it. It won't be a lot. So Psalms chapter, I've been trying not to take too much of y'all time. Psalms chapter 64 verse 5. And it reads, they encourage themselves in the evil manner. They commune of land snares privately. They say, who shall see them? It also says it in Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Okay, so we just know this. They're forgers of lies and physicians of no value. So whatever they telling us, it's usually something else, man. They don't ever come out with the truth. They just try to tell you something, and something that's going to benefit them. Okay, and a lot of these people is in America, Babylon the Great has been separated at this time. So Isaiah chapter 29 verse 15, woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Okay, so they're working this kind of stuff, and it said that Esau Edom comes, behind them comes death and hell. So who really got all these diseases, and who are pushing these diseases out? We know that it's ultimately Yahawah, Yahawashi, but Esau Edom is his weapon that he's using to bring this stuff about, man. Okay? So Proverbs chapter 3 verse 31, envieth thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. See? So that's why we don't take bribes. We don't do stuff like that. Because why? Because it's showing them that they just bribed these analysts. They gave them this money to cover up something, man. And why is they covering up something? Because they lying. And usually when you make one lie, you got to make another lie. You ain't just got one lie and then that's the only lie you made. You got to cover. Every time you make a lie, you got to cover up the other one. So it's many lies that's covering these articles, man. We just here to expose the lies through the precepts. Exodus chapter 23 verse 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of the righteous. See? So that's why we don't take bribes. We don't take stuff like that. We don't take this stuff for granted. Esau, Edom's kingdom, because it's all bribery and deceit, man. The whole system, okay, is built off lies. Many, many lies, man. They talk about democracy and justice, and they literally made all their money off slavery. But they don't know nothing about no justice, man. They finna to, as soon as Yahawashi pull up. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 27. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. See? So we supposed to be, working from the sweat of our brow and not get no handouts, man. And that doesn't mean you can't, bless a brother, that's going through something. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying you're not supposed to take bribes from the wicked, man. Okay? And you see them trying to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna make you a big leader in the job, and you gonna run stuff. That's them trying to pull you out of the truth, because they'll make you think like, oh, I can't go to the highways and byways. I'm high in the chair boards in my job and whatnot. High position in my job. So you want to stay at a level where you're not dealing with that kind of stuff, man. You want to stay down here with us, okay, between poverty and riches. Proverbs chapter 17 verse 23, a wicked man that taketh the wicked man taketh the gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. See, and that's what they do. They try to pay people off to cover up lies, man. That's what they do. Now, I know I didn't read a lot of it, but that's the article right there. If you want to go take a look at it and read it. But, I pulled out the precepts the Lord wanted me to deal with it, So I want to just get out of here. I got to get out of here, man. I'm just going to make a part 1. Oh, he got one more. Let's do it before I get out of here. I got to ride all the way across town. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. The water for your precepts. So Lord willing, this is edifying as quick as it was. I know y'all usually take about an hour. I'm going to go back and finish the rest of it when I get out of here. I only had a few more articles, so it's the water for tuning in. Yahawah, Barak, Atham. Call on Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, and Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, who led me to this truth, have been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the election, to the hopeful elect. Lord, willing to be part of that number. Lord, willing to be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9. And is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Wa abad babal. The water for tuning in. And Lord willing, we'll be able to exalt the name of Bahasham Yahawashi yet another day. And I can get off and finish the rest of this lesson. Have another one, see what Bahasham Yahawashi is doing in the earth. Because he ain't taking no days off. Neither should we. Shalom.